Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to wait for a few to come on this morning with me on this wonderful Wednesday. Just thankful, rainy, wet Wednesday. Thankful to be amongst you this morning. Blessings to all. Yes, good morning. I have my tea this morning. I have cranberry raspberry tea. I believe that's what it's called. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, my sister Lolita. Good morning. Good morning, Erica. Good morning. Good morning on this wonderful Wednesday. And it's rainy. And you know, most of the time we want to just lay down and relax in our beds. You know, rain makes you want to do that. It's so wet. And actually, it may be having that effect on us this time because we are sheltered in. So good morning and just enjoy this time in spite of what's going on around us. And there's so much going on around us right now, so much uncertainty. Various things are happening and it's impacting our lives in different ways, some more than others, as I have stated before. Good morning, Bonita. Good morning, Cuz. And what we talked about yesterday was, what is your life stance? And what was determined that you really need a positive life stance. Good morning, Linda. And I'm going to define that one more time. It is a term used to describe people's overall frame of reference, the set of attitudes, assumptions, and expectations people hold. Good morning, Cuz. Carol. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, everyone. So I'm going to go back over the definition because I appreciate everyone coming on and good morning and bless you all on this wet, wonderful Wednesday. So life stance is a term used to describe people's overall frame of reference, the set of attitudes, assumptions, and expectations people hold about themselves, other people, and the world in general. And I also shared a positive life stance. Life is filled with good and bad. Some of the good and bad I can't control. Life happens. Some of the good and bad will find me, unfortunately. The bad. If I have a positive life stance, the good and bad will become better. But it becomes better when we have a good life stance. Because one thing about what's going on, it really introduces us to ourselves. We are introduced to ourselves whenever there's a life change. We get to know who we are. If I have a negative life stance, the good and bad will become worse. Therefore, I choose a positive life stance. So we talked about that, but there are some barriers sometimes that get in the way of us moving forward. Right now, with this pandemic going on, there are some choices that we are going to have to make. We are going to have to make a choice to move forward, or we're going to make a choice to move backwards. But if we have some ammunition to deal with how we can go forward, if we educate ourselves, particularly on our emotions, because our emotions, when things like this going on, can run rapid. And one of the emotions I want to talk about with you today is fear. Yes, so much fear going on, and media, of course, doesn't help with that because media can increase fear for us, listening to it all the time. That's why it's good to listen to media, get the facts, and move on. The fear of scarcity of food, the fear of people losing their homes, the fear of renters being set out. So much going on. So fear. And when I think of fear, I liken it to the Hulk. Now I may be dating myself, but he would get angry and turn green. That was a strong emotion. Well, fear is a strong emotion. Good morning, Sonora. Fear protects us, though, from legitimate fears, but we can also have illegitimate fears. And so we have to really know ourselves, get in touch with who we are. Is it a real fear or a perceived fear? Like people have fear of flying, fear of spiders, so many fears. But today I want to turn inward to our emotions, the fears that we can go through. And right now, because of a bad experiences that we are having. Good morning, Pastor Kelly. So the truth about bad experiences is that everybody has them. Everybody has bad experiences. No one likes them. No one really likes what we're going through, but people have found some peace in it by saying, I am taking out this time to do X, Y, and Z. Good morning, Gary. I am taking out this time to reflect. I'm taking out this time to adjust my life. I'm taking out this time to unclutter. People are taking out some time to do things, to get reflective, go inward, or to even go outward. I have to admit, my husband cleaned the entire basement and it looks beautiful. Grateful. Few will make bad experiences a positive one. Few would make bad experiences a positive one. And this is why I'm talking about fear, because we don't want fear controlling us. Now, I've shared with you guys that for me, it's my faith. It helps to put things in perspective. And it is helping me to move forward, because I need to move forward while these things are going on. But as I stated, I wanted to go inward and deal with some emotional fears that we may have. Fear of rejection, fear of criticism, fear of abandonment, fear of failure, fear of success. Some may be saying, why move forward? The earth is coming to an end anyway. Well, that's not really true. Right now we have today, and I've talked about that. A lot of things are going on in the earth, but we don't have the power to determine time. We don't. So right now we have the power to enjoy our today. Now, when I say that, I understand that losses are going on all over the earth, but it's still we have the opportunity to reach out to those who are suffering. We have that opportunity. We have the opportunity to pray. So I don't want to make light what anyone is going through. But we have those fears. I know I have dealt with the fear of rejection, the fear of criticism. I am taking out the courage for the next 30 days. And I shared that. And yay, this is my, I think, 11th day. I started on the 9th day. This is my 9th day of coming before you. And I'm so excited. But I determined that I was going to do this, provide and give inspiration, to add value and encouragement. But I'm not going to tell you it did not come without some fear because of the criticism. Was I going to say my words right? Oh, I don't want to go live. What are they going to say about me? Dee. It was just going on in my head. And I stepped out. And I have to tell you, it has blessed me to come forward each morning And I'm probably getting more blessed than you because it's blessing me first. Because I'm standing up and I'm saying, I'm not going to allow what's going on right now to define me. And we can only control what's in our power. Good morning, Cousin Dina. We can only control what's in our power. And we can only change what's in our power. And so that's where I am. I'm using my gifts and my talents. However, that has not always been the case. Good morning, Nader. I have allowed fear to control me, step out, not use my gifts. Fear judgment. I've dealt with that. I don't want to be judged by others. So, fear of failure. Is it going to be perfect? We have all those fears. And those fears, they're strong, they're crippling, they're paralyzing. And it can stop us from being who God called us to be. So I want to encourage us today to really find out who we are. There's a quote by John McDowell that says, every problem introduces a person to himself. I love that. Right now, we getting introduced to ourselves in this pandemic. What type of person we are, but what type of person we want to become as well. Are we reactive or are we proactive? Are we feeling overwhelmed? Or are we allowing ourselves to gather peace? Are we speaking negative things or are we speaking positive things? Are we irritable or are we kind? We have to look at those things. That's important. So in this experience, one thing that new experiences do, it gives us an opportunity for growth. Yes, opportunity to grow, to become a better us. That's what this today is offering us. Good morning, Mary. A better us. And that's what we can step out on. So what are some things that we can look at to help us be a better us? And tomorrow I'm going to talk more about forgiveness, unforgiveness. But it says, make good changes after a bad experience. While we are going through this, think about the good changes that you want to make. Maybe being less irritable. Paying it forward, buying someone something, giving them something, sending them something. Whatever it is, be you. Not allowing yourself to get so upset. Be you. Stepping out on what you believe you've been called to do. Be you. Become you. That's what's important. Let go of resentment if that's in your heart. Let go of unforgiveness. Take responsibility for your life. We don't have to play the blame game. That's not good anyway. It's not good to play the blame game. We have to look at ourselves. What role are we playing in the situation? Because we have no control over anybody else. Look at who we are. Because we add to situations. When we get into it with people, one of the things I have come to learn, hey Ray, and understand that I have a role when I allow myself to argue or get involved in heated discussions. I have a role in that. When you started it, you know how women can be, I'm going to finish it. No, I have a role. It's not, no, you made me do it. No, I have a role. We have a role. So take responsibility. But there's a truth behind the taking responsibility. That a lot of times we don't want to be responsible for our lives. Very few is going to take responsibility for our lives, for their lives. But we can, even in this moment. Government may have done some things. Yes. But we can take responsibility for our lives. I did read a quote somewhere that says, if the opportunity is not presenting itself, you go to the opportunity. The quote says, thanks, Kelly. Every problem introduces a person to himself, by John McDowell. McDonnell. Every problem introduces a person to himself. So think about where you are, where you want to be, and become. Because we all have opportunity to grow. As we experience this pandemic, everybody has opportunity to grow. And those that have suffered great losses, I am praying with you. And those that have suffered minor losses, I'm praying with you also. No matter what we're losing here, is changing our lives forever. So we have the opportunity to change our lives forever, positively or negatively. I'm choosing positive, but I'm choosing it with God and courage, because I can't do it by myself. And I'm choosing it with my community. God bless you all, and thanks so much for joining Morning Tea with Regina. Bye-bye. Oh, I'm sorry. Before I go, check out my website, reginachall.com. I have had some complimentary workshops. I'll be adding some more. During this time is really all about me adding value. That's really all I want to do right now. So blessings and love to you. Take care.